Beck.
888-727-BECK, 888-727-BECK. Here is George Soros, a visitor of the White House, and we're talking now about, who's really in charge? What is happening to our country? Are they trying to fix it? Or are they trying to fundamentally transform it into something that Americans don't recognize? Here's George Soros.
What sort of a financial deal should Obama be seeking to strike when he travels to China next month?
No, I think this would be the time, because you really need to bring China into the creation of a new world order, financial world order.
How many times have we heard that term lately?
New world order.
Used to be secret, used to be conspiracy.
Yeah.
Talk about it openly.
Now is the time to bring in a new world order. Is there more from him?
Yeah, and then he explains why.
The system we have now has actually broken down, only we haven't quite recognized it. And so you need to create a new one.
Did you catch that? System we have now.
Capitalism, free market.
Capitalism, free market system. Broken down.
Hasn't broken down for him.
It hasn't broken down for him. He just made $9 billion last year in hedge funds. But we just don't know it yet. So we have to create a new one.
And this is the time to do it.
In the United States, how worried are you about the budget deficit and maybe about the possibility of inflation?
Well, certainly a decline in the value of the dollar is necessary in order to compensate for the fact that the U.S. economy will remain rather weak, will be a drag on the global economy. China will emerge as the motor replacing the U.S. consumer.
There you go.
Do you have that, America?
Wow.
You are no longer in the driver's seat. I will tell you, and I told you this, I think, 6-8 months ago, that I read an awful lot about the early 20th century. I read a great book called Lords of Finance. You should read it. But specifically, look at what we did to the world around World War I. America became the world leader during World War I, but the world didn't catch up to it until World War II. But we were the world leader. China is now the world leader, period. And America, they are driving nails into our coffin every single day. There are people like Soros that want this to happen. Now listen to Andy Stern. This is the most frequent visitor to the White House. The most frequent. The guy who helped design cap and trade, the guy who is helping design immigration policy, the guy who is helping design the stimulus package, and the guy who, most importantly, is designing the mother of all beasts, the healthcare. Listen to what he is saying in this interview.
And we are beginning. We have offices now in Australia and in Switzerland and London, in South America and Africa. We've been working with unions around the world. And what we're working towards is building a global organization, because workers of the world unite. It's not just a slogan anymore. It's a way we're going to have to do our work.
Do you understand this? Workers of the world unite. Wow. That is communist, Marxist propaganda. Communist, for years, workers of the world unite. This is SEIU, the Service Employees Union International. Got it? Or whatever it is. Yeah. International Union. Service Employees International Union. Okay? They're going international. Workers of the world unite. But there's more. The most frequent visitor to the White House, and the guy that Barack Obama says he turns to, not Mao, that's another one of his advisors. Most often, if he needs to know what to do, he turns to SCIU. Here it is.
We're trying to use the power of persuasion. And if that doesn't work, we're going to use the persuasion of power, because there are governments and there are opportunities to change laws that affect these companies. I'm not naive. We're ready to strike.
He's not naive. He's ready to strike.
Started last summer with the so-called big box ordinance. Labor wanted it. Business didn't.
We took names. We watched how they voted. We know where they live.
In October, Andy Stern, the the president of the Service Employees International Union.
We took names.
There are opportunities in America to share better in the wealth, to rebalance the power, and unions and government are part of the solution.
To rebalance the power and to share the wealth. Workers of the world unite. We can help you share the wealth. If you combine government and unions. Well, what the hell are we doing?
Can I have one request real quick for you to say again that he's the most, the person who's visited the White House the most?
22 times.
22 times.
Except we'll probably hear, it's not that Andy Stern. It's that's a different Andy Stern.
No, we've checked.
Is it possible he's going on tours? He just really likes the history.
He has weekly meetings with the president.
22 times. He almost lives there. And it was described that way. He practically lives at the White House.
He has unfettered access to the Oval Office. Now, you tell me, America, what is it going to take? What is it going to take? You know, yesterday I drew, if you saw on the TV show, I drew a picture of a building, and all of us just jumping off of this building because the building is so tall you don't feel the consequences. Well, we're facing the pavement here, gang. Prepare for impact. And we have people now. And where are your damn representatives in Washington standing up and saying, hold it, we don't want to become a socialist nation?
It's the Glenn Beck Program.